Well, hey there, everybody. It's me, Mike, with Team Brothership. I am back for another episode of my Chrono Trigger Let's Play. It's kind of the middle of the night now, much later than I usually record, so you'll probably get to hear me get sleepy and just start to fade out a little bit. Anyway, as you'll recall, we are in the Middle Ages. Because ostensibly we've discovered that Magus, or however you want to pronounce that, the fellow leading the mystic army in the war with the humans in the Middle Ages, is the creator of Lavos. And now we've also learned that the legendary hero has emerged, and he's gone after the legendary sword. We will be assisting him momentarily, but I wanted to pop in here and talk to Toma. You bet. Sure, you crazy alcoholic, you. Creepy, dangerous frogs. That's it? Well, yeah, I know. I was just there. This guy's useless. Toma's kind of a giant flake, but he does have one very specific use towards the end of the game, so... Anyway, without wasting any more time, let's head into the Denadoro Mountains and see if we can help observe the legendary hero. Yeah, I wanted to fight these guys anyways. Alright, I think we actually want to... These goblins are pretty wimpy, if I remember correctly. Oops. I didn't want to attack him. I wanted to attack the... Yeah, I wanted to attack the birds because if I recall, they can do confusion. Crap. That's bad. Alright, well. Alright, good. Maybe we can finish them off before Luca goes berserk and wastes us. Oh, alright. Still providing some assistance. You'll also notice I brought along Robo. I mean, it's not like we desperately need him for this dungeon. Nice. That's a pretty good move. Yeah, I mean, we don't need him, but I felt like he'd been kind of bench-warmered for a little, or bench-warming for a little while. Time to bring him in. I mean, having Marl along as a healer is always useful. Haha! Take that, you evil goblin. Here we go. Slightly powered up goblin. As you'll recall, there was an oddly specific tip about these guys. You whack them with fire, and they will drop their hammers. For some reason, the hammers give them a big defense boost. Well, a child just ran away screaming. I'm sure that wasn't the legendary hero, because that would be terrible, right? Ooh, Mirage Hand. That sounds like a robo weapon. I love the, like, creepy music in this. It's not really creepy music, but just the, like... I don't even really know how you describe this, but like the sneaking music in this game. It's really tonally perfect for what we're doing. Revive, those are always useful. Let's wake up this idiot. Hey. Wow, okay, fine, be that way. Oh no. Now we're fighting a ninja too. Alright, well let's attack this fellow. Pretty weak sauce ninja. He's called a freelancer. I wonder if he's supposed to be like a Ronin or a mercenary or something. These weird bird ninja guys. Yeah, so we brought Luca along specifically to deal with those fellows with the hammers because they have pretty high defense if you don't take out their hammers first. Where you'll notice that the goblins themselves are pretty weak sauce. Ooh. Yeah, see, that's a lot more damage than their sad little punches. Overall, this area, Denadoro Mountains, it's a dungeon. Functionally, it's not really that bad. It's pretty quick. Most of the enemies are pretty light. Boss is kind of tough. That's why I want to make sure we fight everybody. So we get maximum levels for the showdown up at the peak. Whoops, get in here. He's not a, like, crazy hard boss, but you gotta pay attention. Yeah, if Luca's fire attack was not so vital in this dungeon, I probably would have left her behind and taken Marl instead, just because the healing magic is good insurance. Alright. We can probably take this wimp. Yep. Just keep soaking up that experience and tech points. If we can learn a few more moves, that'd be great too. Oop, 2 of them. I bet they're not gonna be that hard. What the hell was that? Getting a lot of revives. I guess they're expecting us to lose some people on the way up. They will probably be incorrect. I mean, I jinx myself, but like I said, this dungeon isn't... Ooh, gold helm. That's going right on Robo. It's a bit of a tank at the moment. I want to really try to get that fire to them before they get their first attack off, but he was pretty close to Crono. I don't think there's much I could have done. I don't know, you know, in the past when I had an allergy to using magic, I would just fight it out with them. I don't know if they actually give more experience if you kill them before they drop their hammer. Unnecessary critical hit. Their name doesn't change. Mid-tonic. Relatively useful. Oop, alright, we want to dodge those. Guy's just throwing rocks at us like a jerk. Those actually do a little bit of damage. We just kind of sprinted past it. But that is actually a very important place to come back to. I probably won't do it right away. But a little bit later in the game, I will be bringing Frog back here because we need to do something in that area. I'll talk about it later because I guess it's sort of a spoiler. I don't know. There's a good item you can get back there, but you can't get it without Frog, so we got to come back later. Probably much later. It's not particularly useful. Hey, look at this. Beautiful landscape. Aren't there some dudes here? That must be later. I must be thinking of another area that looks somewhat similar to this. Sorry, I had a momentary panic attack that I hadn't actually... Oop. Oh, you. Alright, let's kill this bird thing first. Had a momentary panic attack that I wasn't actually recording, which would have been bad. Obviously. How's everybody's hit points doing? Pretty good? Great. Those bird guys must be countering. Didn't remember right off the top of my head. I think there's something I can drop down to somewhere. Whoa. Well, yeah, I did it. This might not have been the spot. Oh, yeah, I think I wanted to go more over that direction. All right. We'll loop around. Oh, actually, there's an item right over there, though. But yeah, I still think I wanted to... silver earring. I think that helps with magic points. I think that does like a... reduces your magic usage a little bit. Oh, max hit points up by 25%. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough to swap in for anything that I'm using now. Alright, I think we actually wanted to drop down a little bit further over. So I think you can... Alright. Actually, I think you can talk to these guys now. They're like, go away. Fine. I mean, I guess they probably saw me just murder their friends, so maybe they're a little testy. Yeah, I think we want to drop down. Yeah, there we go. I don't remember this being great, but silver stud. That must be the MP one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's pretty good. We don't really need it right now, but a little later in the game. Once we start really using some magic, like heavy magic, that gets useful. Alright, well, these guys apparently are not murderous. They're just jerks until that bird gets them all riled up. I think we can talk to this guy too. But he is going to jump down when we try to go by. See, so it's not so much that they're, like, in and of themselves bad eggs. It's just that they're, like, they've got bad friends. Boo, boo, boo. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Lots of these guys. Alright, they seem to be doing a lot of counterattacks, so I'm going to let Luca just sit back for a minute. And I'll let Robo do the fighting. He seems to be hitting. That was his version of a critical hit. Anything yet? I mean, I'm not going to, like... They sure are a little teddy bear. I think this guy, if we keep talking to him, he'll eventually give us something just to... Yeah. It's for us to go away. Alright, we will use that with Luca for right now. Boost her magic a little bit. That's a... I don't know. There's something very wholesome about that phrase. Mountains are nice. I think we still have a ways to go. Tata and the frog. That sounds filthy. How's everybody's stats doing? Yeah, they're fine. You can just use tonics to top everyone off if need be. That looks like another tab over there. Nice. I'm going to use that on Robo to speed him up a little bit since he is, I believe, the slowest character in the game. With almost every RPG, Sorry, just looking at my stats. With almost every RPG, speed is ultimately the key. Oh. Ah, he's throwing rocks at us again. That's the wimpy ones, though. That's not so bad. Yeah, that's like nothing. I think if we try to climb up that ladder, the freelancer knocks us down anyways. So, might as well just deal with these guys while we're down here. Pretty easy fight. Decent experience, though. So what I was saying earlier... how dare you? He's gonna fight us by himself. Oh my. Oh, okay. Alright. Can we do a fire whirl? Can we hit them both with that? Well, we can hit those two at least. Did we get him? It didn't look like we got him. Alright, well, we dealt with that hammer at least. You deal with that. Oh, that didn't actually kill him. That's annoying. Yikes. Hey. No, they do attack eventually. Fight got a little complicated, but I think at this point we've reduced all of these people to uselessness. Why are they... And we must have gotten hit with some weird status effect, because... Nice. Looks like our hit points were deteriorating. That earthquake thing must have done something. What do we got? We should heal up everybody a little bit. That's probably fine. Oh, do we want to drop down? I don't think we want to drop down here, though. Or do we? No, I guess we can't, so never mind. Oh, we're here already. Why did I think there was like a... That must be later in the game. Alright, then we definitely want to... I'm going to run back to the save point real quick. Oh, this idiot again. Oh, we can't go back to the save point. That's obnoxious. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I thought there was another thing where we had to fight. That must be later in the game when we come back. Suddenly Robo is not able to kill these freelancers. That's irritating. He must be like right on the cusp of it. Oh, whatever. Misremembering, because yeah, we have to come back later. It's a little bit more of a fight. That area overlooking the ooh, Max Cyclone. Fire Sword. That's pretty good. Do we have... Alright, I want to look at his text for a second. Okay, we do have the thing that I needed. Oh, Cure Beam. That could be useful. I knew he got some kind of a healing thing. Alright, who needs a little bit of a magic boost? Alright, that's probably fine. Like I said, this is not a super long dungeon. Well, there's somebody's lost children. That's gotta be the legendary sword. I sure am. I mean, but if you don't own it, you can't use it, kid. Alright. Well, the strange children turned into some freaky menaces, so that's cool. Hopefully that... And they're probably countering, but whatever. That was a ton of damage. Maybe I should have attacked the other one. I can't remember. Maybe there's one that does more counters than the other. That's a hard hit, but it's not, like, unbelievable. These guys don't have a ton of hit points either. Yeah. Alright, here comes the fun part. There's that name again, Cyrus. Alright. This guy's no joke. Alright, let's get this going. That's fine, I can survive the counter hits. Once people start getting low on hit points, we'll swap Robo over to a healing role. He's dealing, obviously, comparatively quite a bit less damage, but, you know, it adds up. Yeah, alright, we'll start having him heal people. No reason to, play it dangerously. We're doing a lot of damage, so... Okay, we gotta do something a little bit different, though. That should tornado... Yeah, alright, sorry. I know I'm... Fire Punch. That won't deal as much as a Fire Whirl, but... At least we're not wasting a whole turn. It's pretty good, still. Oh, Crono's gonna need to beef up his magic again. Ooh, yikes. Ah, crap. Alright, quickly deal with that. And let's throw a... Sorry, I'm doing this kind of quickly, but you'll notice he starts storing up tornado energy. Why did he suddenly hit so much harder? No, that's okay. Yeah, we want to keep him from doing that tornado move. Oops. May have failed. Unless we killed him. Yeah, we did not. Alright, can we get that slash off quickly? You'll recall somebody randomly in a bar at one point was like, slash neutralizes tornadoes. That's just nature. Alright, we got him. So, not a crazily hard fight, but you gotta pay attention, and you don't want him to get off some of those crazier moves of his. So yeah, slash, for whatever reason, will cut out the, will interrupt the tornado attack, which you want to avoid. Oh no. You can see they just walk right back into the sword. So they are the sword. They're the spirit possessing the sword. So now we can claim the legendary weapon. I absolutely cannot wait. Oh. It's busted. Cool. Oh, now we just get blown off the mountain. So that's that. So we've got part of the legendary sword. We have to make a few pit stops right now, though. First, let us go speak to the legendary hero. Hey there, bud. How's it going? Oh. Well, yeah, as expected, the legendary hero is not quite that. All right, so we've got the hero's medal, which I think only Frog can use. Yeah, ups the critical hit rate of the Masamune, and Frog's the only one who can equip that, so there's no point in using it on anyone else. Alright, we have to go through this dungeon again. And... Hey, buddy. Buddy, we got your sword. Oh, that too. Guess what? Ugh. Okay, just go stand over there. Roy Clem. I hate that guy. Melchior. That name should sound familiar, right? Interesting. So remember that weird weaponsmith that we met at the Millennial Fair? Oh, okay. So we got our next mission. I wonder where that blue guy came from last time. Ugh. I don't really want to fight any of these. The fight takes a few minutes, and these things don't give that great experience. Alright. So, we know where we have to go next, then. It is off to Medina Village to talk to Melchior. He may know something about this ancient sword. Ugh. Yes, clearly this fight is going to present a real challenge. He's throwing rocks at us. We just fought a spirit of a sword that possessed the wind, and this little turd's gonna throw rocks at us. I don't think he's gonna win. So, to Medina Village we go. Although I'm going to heal up real quick first. Actually, you know what I should do? I should check and see if Specchio has changed. We only gained a couple of levels. I don't think Specchio will have changed yet. Nope, he's still the same. We'll come back and deal with that later. Which one was Medina Village? Nope. Nope. Must be this one then. There we go. We don't have to go brawling through the Hekran cave anymore. Since we opened up that lean square, lean whatever portal, we can just go back that way. Not quite. Interesting music. He's very excited. Dreamstone. I don't think he sells anything worthwhile at this point. Yeah. Alright. So we have to go someplace far, far in the past. Which one of these guys was it? There we go. I love how we're just like invading their home throughout the game. Alright, I want to switch out Marl for the moment. I know, we're bench-warming poor Robo again. He just got back on the team. You got to say, old man. Well, there we go. Check, I don't think we found anything really... Oh, did I not equip Robo with the gold suit? Whoops. That's okay. Obviously didn't mess up anything. So to the prehistory we go, 65 million BC. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Little nasty green monsters. I forgot that we had to actually fight all these guys. Lightning is really good against these guys. I don't know if fire's gonna... Oh yeah, it did the trick. Ah, I knew that had some kind of status effect on it. That was a lot. Nice. Ice Sword is really good. Oh, there's still more of them. Yay, we're getting rescued. Now, still have 2 to go. That's fine. Can I kill them with what? Nope. So these are reptites, which we will be fighting a lot of. And they are very tough as far as like their physical defense. I don't mean they're actually that difficult to overcome. But their magic defense is not great. It comes up a little bit later, but they actually existed before magic. So they just have no defense against it. So who is this mystery lady? Why, it is Ayla. We'll leave it at that. A little jealousy. All right. I don't think there's anything up here. Yeah, it's just back to the portal. So I know I had corrected myself from my horrifically erroneous statement about Frog being the game's bruiser. Yeah, Ayla is just like all offense. Crap, go back to where you were. Damn it. I couldn't see where I was aiming. Yeah, Ayla has by far the highest physical attack. I actually think she's the one party member who is kind of broken. She never gets any magic, so she doesn't have a lot of magic points or any of that kind of thing, but she is just an absolute beast of an offense character. Ugh, annoying dinosaurs. I should just cast some magic on this stupid thing. Jeez, just go down. Thank you. That's the one thing about getting in battles, like, in the field. Oh, we ran into these guys, too. I think these guys are a little more vulnerable to physical... Yeah, there we go. You know, the menus can kind of get in the way. There we go. I knew there was a button to swap where the menu was. That's why, in case you were wondering. These monsters are also dropping, like... Alright, I'm just... Oh, boy. I should fight them. They're dropping a lot of, like, kind of weird items. You'll see they're dropping, like, petals and horns and things. Those come in handy momentarily, because you'll notice they're not dropping money. There's no money in this era. It exists before such things. So you have to barter for everything. So you want monsters to drop stuff. Alright, we probably want to just go to the village, but we can chat with some of these folks. Nice. It's a full heal. like the little caveman girl just dragging along her toy. Pretty red stone. That sounds like what we're looking for. They won't trade with us yet. No, so this guy will actually sell you a couple things. Because he likes how the money looks. Yeah, that's really important in short order. That will be vitally important. Well, hello. So she's the chief. She's throwing us a party. So this may look familiar. It's kind of like the music from the beginning of the game. So Luca's just eating everything she can get her hands on. Yeah, that's how it got to the future. Jealousy. So you can do the little dance thing the same as you could back at the beginning of the game. Doesn't really do anything. So, yeah, she says poi. In the Japanese version, that's booze. It's like... And she's like... She's not gonna let me stop. It's like a Dragon Quest, but thou must. Yeah, so she's like drinking heavily at this, but these are technically teenagers, so we're not just gonna pretend that's not going on. So there's the background for this era. The humans are fighting the reptile people. Oh, there it is. Alright, we gotta challenge Ayla. A soup race. Again, this was a drinking contest. You're going to be able to hear my controller just like blazing along. It's not actually that hard to win this. There we go. Easy enough. It's kind of like the soda drinking game from the fair. It is funny how this game loops everything kind of, or not everything, but it loops back to the fair a lot. Well, and there's everyone passed out. Yeah, again, tummy. Well, I mean, maybe that too. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Alright, we're going to go duke it out with the Reptites. Alright, because she's been benched so much, I am going to leave Marl in the party. And, alright, so we've got Crono, Ayla, and Marl. This is, for a long time, this was my, well, this will probably be my endgame party that I take on the last boss with. I mean, not like this. not at level 15 or whatever. Okay, so we can trade for different things. Nothing. Oh. Alright. So yeah, you can trade those feathers and horns and things for items with the chief. I will probably do that. Oh yeah, this is really useful. Yeah, this is all like really good stuff. Which we probably want to trade for before the next area. Oops, I didn't mean that. Came from meeting site, went south to Forest Maze. Okay, well, thanks, little girl. Kino's gone. Kino was the blonde guy in the gray fur from last night. Oh boy. A whole tonic. I think I'm at full hit points, but... Alright, that's the meeting site. So there is... Where is it? It's around here. The meeting site is down, but I'm looking for something else right at the moment. Hunting range, okay. Dactyl nest. That's much later. So before we go off to the meeting site, it is worth going to the hunting range and duking it out with these fellows. You can also get a sense for just like how much of a beast Ayla is. I mean, look at that. Yeah, she's dealing a considerable amount more than Crono, who was, to this point, our heaviest hitter. I mean, as with all Japanese games of this era, you know, Crono will eventually be the best all-around character. 2 fangs and 2 feathers. Perfect. That's pretty good. So this is the hunting ground. I have to admit, it actually was years after first playing this game that I noticed that this was here. Until then, I had just been going to that little path. I think these need magic to kill. Oh, no. I had just been going to that little path up in the mountains and killing those enemies repeatedly to get feathers and fangs and horns and things. And it took forever. I don't know why I never noticed this. I guess it's sort of off the beaten path a little bit. But yeah, you want to just kind of... Oh, actually... Alright, where is he? Where is he? It doesn't rain for super long, and we want to find... Where are you? There he is. Alright, this guy actually hits kind of hard. The new. Yeah, he... Jesus. He always drops you down to 1 hit point. The nice thing is, as long as you've got more than 1 hit point, he cannot kill you. That's a good critical. Look at that. Jeez, she is a monster. Yeah, this guy's a bit of a beast. But 30 tech points, which is awesome. And you get 3 of everything, which is super useful. Oh, third eye. That's right. You get that the first time you beat him. So it is definitely worth doing that, despite the danger. Anyway, yeah, we've been going for about 50 minutes. I would have liked to have gotten through the next dungeon, but it's kind of long. So, and I want to fight here a little bit, both to level up and to just get the items and trade for better gear. Even for the people who I'm not bringing with me, because that will be good gear for like a while. So anyway, we'll do a little bit of a. Feel like I've been doing some monster episodes lately, so we will do a relatively short one this week. Yeah, we're gonna be in prehistory for like a while, so stupid frogs. Not strong enough to take that critical hit. I don't think there are any treasure chests here. It's literally just a place that you can go and like brawl with these guys. And you know, ideally you want to do a lot of fighting with that new fellow. Oh, damn it. Can I make it to him again in time? Probably not. He's kind of far away. And it doesn't rain for very long, so you gotta like haul ass. Oh, he's down there. Go, go, go. No. Dang. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me. We're getting into the real like meat and potatoes of this game, where we start once we get all the characters in the party permanently. So this is, as with most of the Let's Plays that I do, this is a real favorite of mine, and I like sharing it with other people. So thanks for tagging along this week. So until next time, I have been Mike with Team Brothership, and I will see you real soon. Have a great week, everybody.